Hey you guys, today I'm gonna do a recap of the WestBrooks show. People have asked me to do reviews for the WestBrooks show, and I actually enjoyed the show. So I'm gonna give you a real quick rundown of episode 1, 2, and 3, real quick, and then I'll just jump back on the right track when it comes back on again. So the first episode of the WestBrooks, first of all, if you guys don't know about the WestBrooks, it's five black girls. They're sisters. They have they're sisters. Like the Black Kardashians. I wouldn't put them like with the with the Kardashians, but hey, they five sisters that got famous from Instagram. Mainly the younger sister, India Love. She got a lot of people know her through social media or whatever because it was a big thing about her dating the game, and she was only 18 years old dating him. This piece of hair is irritating the hell out of me. um yeah, so yeah, she was dating him, and then it was a little problem with a picture that they had got caught taking or whatever. So that's kind of how the show started off, with her going through that whole thing with that picture with the game or whatever. And I didn't even too much give it too much time of him dating her or whatever. I just was like, whatever. But the show started off with her crying about that or whatever, and how social media had dragged her through the mud. They basically dragged her more through the mud than they did Game, and I thought that was really, really fucked up. Um, but hey, it's part of the territory when you fuck with these celebrities or whatever. So I kind of got that part. Um, I know this is irritating. Well, it probably ain't irritating y'all, but it's a piece of hair keeps sticking out, and I don't know why. It ain't like I got no hair left out in it, but hey. Um, so yeah, that's kind of what it started out, but it was only like 10 minutes into the show. Well, not even 10. They probably gave that shit 5 minutes of airtime of that situation. But it was basically these sisters wants to get together and throw this party, a branding party, because now that they have all these fans on social media, they really want to promote their brand. And I was like, okay, what's your brand? Besides taking pictures on internet, like it's modeling your brand, what is your brand? That's all I wanted to know. So, they all getting ready for this party. They had to ask their parents for permission to have this party. Their parents live in Corona, California. Really nice, suburban little town. Um, so yeah, you could tell their parents got some kind of money. You know what I'm saying? Not saying Corona is so expensive to live in, but you can tell that their parents is not broke. Not too much struggling. You know what I'm saying? Look like they went to school, got a good education, got some cool jobs and stuff like that. So they kids is kind of sheltered like that. They some pretty girls that got caught up with some hood dudes, for real, for real. Cause it don't look like they really about that life. Well, Morgan is, but hey. But let me tell y'all the sisters' name. The sisters' names are India's the baby. Then you have Crystal next to her. I think Crystal is next to her. Then Bree is next to her. And then you have Morgan. Morgan is that's my favorite on the show. It's Morgan. Morgan, she lives in Compton. She's like the hood girl of the family, the more sporty girl, athletics and stuff like that. It's not all about being pretty with her. I mean, she's still pretty though. Don't get me wrong. And then the older sister is Brooke. So yeah, Brooke has like 3 kids, a man, and all kind of stuff. Bree goes with a boy named Devon, and the other two are basically single. Well, three. Morgan, Crystal, and India is single, so that's cool. But yeah, their whole thing is about taking damn pictures. In the first episode, we saw that India was messing around with Soldier Boy, and I'm like, this mother. gets around. He really gets around because I'm like, damn, you was on Oxygen with Diamond, then you was on Loving VH1 Loving Hip Hop with Nia, now you on BET with India. I'm like, oh my God, what do they see in this boy? She keeps saying he was her friend, but I was like, yo, okay, okay. Friends don't go buy dogs together and co-parent dogs together. Okay. But that was basically what happened with that brand in the first episode. Well, at the end of the episode, they had their little party or whatever. And India kind of pissed me off on there because India is a spoiled brat. She's the baby of the family. She's a spoiled brat. And she didn't feel like the party was popping enough for her. So she ended up leaving the party when it was a party to brand all of them. And I'm sitting there like, okay, just because your brand popping already, like, damn, you can't help your sisters out for real? And the party wasn't popping at the beginning, but soon as India ass left, the party started popping. Everybody started having fun. Then I was mad because when the second episode came, they were saying how the daddy had stopped the party, and they showed the daddy stopping the party because two girls got into it. And I'm like, that's what we want to see. I'm just saying, like, I understand y'all not trying to promote negativity, but I would have wanted to see the daddy put them girls out. This is the second episode. Okay, yeah, the second episode was about India, where they still kind of branding themselves. India ended up going. Her sister was tripping about how she acted the day before at the party, or how she acted at the party. So Morgan ended up taking her out and basically trying to figure out what was going on. Why was she acting like that? And stuff like that. And come to find out, she's just dealing with all of the social media stuff and how people go in on her and her trying to defend herself. And I guess it's a lot for a young girl that probably, well, now she's asking for it, so I'm like, you can't really be too mad. But yeah, it probably would take a toll on people, where the people calling you bitches and hoes and thoughts and all that kind of stuff because who you dated. So yeah, that can be hard, but with this job comes consequences. It really do. And I even say that, even being a vlogger. When you're a vlogger, blogger, whatever you want to do in entertainment, you get backlash from what people think and say about you. But you just gotta know how to keep it pushing. So that's only advice I can give her on that situation. Um Brooke and Morgan asked. They were fighting over because Brooke stays with Morgan in Compton. She fell on hard times. Her dude been in and out of jail. So she stays with Morgan right now. Morgan is the type of person where she likes her house a certain way. She likes it really, really neat. She likes it a certain way. But 3 kids, a man, and a woman in there, it's not going to be to your expectations. So she's going off on Brooke about the house not being the way it needs to be. And Brooke, it's like, oh, well, you tell your friends to clean up after themselves. You do this, that. But I'm like, Brooke, that's not your house. Regardless if her friend dishes are in there or not, that's not your house. And this is why it's hard to stay with other people, because the way you roll is not how they might roll. The way you clean is not the way they might clean. So it's a bad situation all the way around. Then them being sisters just makes it worse. And but I get where Morgan is coming from. Like I said, it's her house. She wants her house to be ran a certain way, so you can't really get mad at that. Um but by me living with someone before and knowing how people can be, you know what I'm saying? I kind of got where Morgan was coming from too. But like I said, it's her house. You just gotta shut the fuck up and roll with it, or get the fuck out. Either or. You better put some shoes on. So then we got to meet Bree's boyfriend Devon, and they had celebrated their 1 year anniversary. The daddy ended up talking to him to see, where his mind was at with his daughter, what his intentions was. And I'm like, you waiting a year to find out what his intentions are? Her nose probably wide open already before you sat down and talked to this boy to figure out what his intentions are. Come on now. And then I'm sitting there like, boys know how to talk to the daddy and get them to like them and still be a dog ass nigga. So I don't know. What else I want to talk about when it comes? Oh, India and her sister, well, the girls, they have this manager named Kevin. And apparently he hasn't been doing what he's supposed to do for these women. So India and Crystal go meets him and basically tells him like, what are you gonna do for us or whatever, and he ain't got shit for them. And Kevin is a friend of their dad's. So it's an awkward situation already right there. But they basically telling him that he's not doing what he's supposed to do as a manager. And then him and Crystal kind of going at it because he's telling Crystal, basically telling Crystal like she ain't shit, basically. Like, what do she do? Stuff like that. Kind of questioning her when she started questioning his job. And I felt like I agree with Crystal. Like, you work for me, my dude. Like, for real? Like, the way he was talking to her, I didn't like that. And then when she called him homeboy, he felt some kind of way. But she apologized for coming out of character and calling him homeboy. His punk ass, and I say punk because you overstepped your boundaries as a businessman. First of all, when you went to their daddy and you told their daddy on them. If you were their manager, you should know how to deal with that as a manager. You know what I'm saying? And I agree with them sisters when they say um, every time they do something, then he run to their fucking daddy. And I'm like, see, he would have been fired a long fucking time ago. He ended up telling the daddy what Crystal said, but you didn't tell the daddy that she apologized. Oh, I just can't believe she would do me like that. Well, nigga, you didn't tell him the whole story. And that's what made me mad when the daddy went and confronted them. Close my door. Close my door. Um, you didn't go to them. I mean, well, you went to them, you didn't like it, you went to the daddy, then the daddy goes to them and checks them instead of figuring out all what happened. And then the way the daddy come at them, like, he just automatically believes Kevin. And I didn't understand that whatsoever. Um, what's her name? Brooke and her boyfriend, Alan, they, live together, and she told Alan that they were doing this basketball game in Compton at Compton College for charity, and that they were like the faces of this game, so that she wanted him to come. And we find out that he doesn't get along with her family because of all the shit that he had put her through, whatever, yada yada yada. So, but he agreed to come to the game. You know what I'm saying? Because she was like, if you want to start different and prove something to my parents, then you'll come to the game. So that's where we ended on episode 2 of him coming to the game. Episode 3, he comes to the game. He sits down with his kids and his girl. And the dad instantly gets mad and have an attitude about him because he didn't speak. He felt he was disrespectful. And I'm like, it's a fucking basketball game. Like, can you give him time to say hi after the game? The game was already going. You already was looking at him some kind of way because he was late. Like, I just feel like whatever he do, he's not gonna be able to win his dad over. I really do, because his daddy got his mind made up about him, and I'm not giving him no pass, my dude. Like, you've been in and out of jail, you a felon, you living off of Morgan. You need to get your girl and her kids up out of Morgan's house. So I can't be mad at the dad feeling some kind of way about him. I just didn't like the way the dad went about that whole situation. And I'm glad his wife talked to him and was like, you need to approach it a different way. You need to talk to him. Maybe, that's what he needs something from us. Like, you know what I'm saying? She was just really giving her husband really good advice on how to handle a situation. Um, Morgan is having her birthday party. Her big brother Pop comes over. Something wrong with his daddy. I'm just saying, because the older brother Pop came and they let it be known that Pop don't really come around because Pop got into it with the dad a couple of years ago. Really didn't go into details of what happened, but he don't come around because of goddamn daddy. But he goes, he speaks to everybody. India not at the party yet. The first little day party with the family function, everybody get together, cupcake, celebrate her birthday. He goes in the room to talk to Brooke, and Brooke is still mad about Morgan going off on her. But she was like, that's my sister. I'm still going to go to her yacht party, yada, yada, yada. Okay, they get to the yacht party, and Brooke is sitting there mad and disgusted, and she feels like Morgan was mean to her and all this kind of shit. And they keep saying that they love each other, but Brooke don't feel love from her sisters. And I'm sitting there like, why? Because she told you to clean up? or they don't care for your boyfriend that ain't taking care of you. I don't get why she didn't feel loved. I don't get that from these sisters where they don't love each other and they don't try to support each other. But hey, everybody feel the way they feel. They did have fun at the little boat, so that was cool. Morgan say she loves Brooke, and I believe she do. India and her best friend Tika, they end up talking about the hair audition she went on. I forgot to mention this in episode 2. India, spoiled ass, went on an audition. Kevin got her an audition with this Bella hairline. Bella somebody hairline, and she just knew she had this damn job. She just like, I got this. I'm shit. I'm wop wop wop. She go in there talking about bad about the other girls that was in there to the audition. First of all, she didn't want to audition. She just felt like she got this on lock. Everybody loved her on social media, so she got this on lock. Boop, got molded. Got molded. They called her ass in there and told her no. And I would have felt like, y'all could have did this shit on a phone call. Y'all did not have to put me on camera and tell me y'all didn't have a job. We could have did this on over the phone. I don't know. But yeah, she was telling her friend about how she shitted on them girls and she didn't get it and she didn't understand and all this kind of stuff, yada yada yada, whatever, and how she needs new management. Morgan, no, Crystal and India, they end up meeting up and they in the car and they were talking about guys. And Crystal says how she never been on a date. She only talked to 4 guys in her life and she's never been on a one-on-one date. So India says, well, I'll hook you up. You know what I'm saying? If you're willing to go, I'll hook you up. Okay, sorry. So she gonna hook her up on this date. Okay, whatever. So then Bree and Divine, they wanted to talk to the sisters. He wants to open his club in Pomona, and he wants them to promote the club. You know, do what they do on social media to promote the club or whatever to help him out. So they all say yeah, but Bree is not feeling this club situation because she feel like it's too many girls be at the club, and if he start drinking, and I'm sitting there like, bitch, that means you don't trust your man. But okay. Um, Brooke and her dad, they talk about Allen, and at the basketball game, the dad feels he should speak. Brooke feel like he should speak. Brooke feel like they don't give him a chance. I understand where both of them coming from, but the daddy bowed down because he understood. He see where his daughter is, so he was like, "Fuck it, I'll try it a little bit harder with your damn boyfriend. Fuck it, if that's what you want, fuck it." And I was like, "Well, yeah, because regardless if that's what you want, she wants something different, and she grown, and that's where she gonna run to. I'm just saying, regardless if it's right, wrong, or indifferent, that's who she gonna run to. Y'all see how Nia be on Soulja Boy on Love and Hip Hop. We know these motherfuckers are wrong for them, but that's what they want. So you either support it or you get kicked to the back burner. I don't understand that, but okay. Um, I'm trying to think of what else. Oh, Brie and her sister, they go out for a workout, and this guy told them that he would train them for free for promotion, free promotion. So they was cool with that. But Brooke ass was not here for exercising. Now that I'm more into going to the gym, I like, hey, but about 2 months ago, bitch would have been just like Brooke. Like, can I take the pictures of y'all? Bitch, I don't like to sweat. And I'm still like that at the gym. I feel like so yucky when I sweat. But I do it anyway because I know what I want. But I would have been just like Brooke 2 months ago. Crystal goes on this blind date. He don't show up. He an asshole, whoever it was, and he don't show up. Leave that girl. First of all, bitch, I wouldn't have been waiting there for an hour and a half on him. First of all, maybe 20 minutes at the tops. I'm sorry. If you ain't called me and told me you gonna be late, I'm not waiting over 20 minutes for you. 20 minutes, you lucky. I'm just saying. But you better been and called me. Then he blocked her number, and I'm like, oh, you a bitch, dude. But then he texts India and gonna say, I wanted you anyway. Like he was gonna try to use Crystal to get to India. I was like, that's fucked up. So the sisters go bowling, and then they start talking about management, and all of them are feeling the same kind of way. They're not really feeling Kevin right now, but that's their daddy friend, so they have to tread lightly with this situation. Morgan tells them before they make some big decisions, just think about it. Because Morgan know that's their daddy friend and how the backlash is going to be. But with Crystal now, I'm like, he's a bitch. He always running to their daddy. So he needs to be fired. He do. He don't know how to act professional. Bree goes to Devon's job to let him know that she is not supporting him in that club. And they kind of get into an argument. And he feels some kind of way because she's not gonna do it, and now since she's not gonna do it, her sisters got her back and they're not gonna do it, and that put him in a fucked up position because he's been promoting, and this was like a day or two before the damn club was supposed to open. So I felt like that was fucked up on Bree's part for going to him a couple of days in advance. But that's their relationship, whatever. um And when he said he was gonna find some more help, she got mad. But I was like, "Well, you're not helping him. What do he supposed to do? Y'all need to work that shit out. Stop being so insecure about your man. You either gonna trust him or you. I just want people to trust their people or don't be with them because all this unnecessary bullshit just brings more drama to a relationship." Brie and her sisters, they go to help him at the club. She feels kind of bad, so she end up going to help him at the club. But when she gets to the club, he's not paying her no fucking attention, so she's getting mad. But then he end up sending bottles over there to her and her sister, so she was cool. And then they end up turning up at the club. They look like they had a really nice time. I might have to check it out when I go to Cali. I don't know. Um, India and Crystal go talk to new management. It's a guy named Jacob that managed Karuchi and other people on social media, reality TV, whatever. So they're both pitching themselves to him and saying what they want to do and all that kind of stuff. And when it gets to Crystal, Crystal is like, I'm not concerned with Brandon. I don't care. Like, I just want to do something with hair and maybe acting, but I might not be good at that. And he looking at her like, why are you downplaying yourself? And that's how I'm looking at her like, I wouldn't hire you neither if I was management because you don't even believe in yourself, first of all. And then to go in that meeting with your sister, I agree with India. Like, you could have fucked up both of y'all. Um, but hopefully he can get them some work. He told them to go talk to their daddy because their daddy kind of manages them too with Kevin. So they need to deal with that whole situation. But he will work with them. Um Bree cooks dinner for Devon and basically say sorry for the way she acted, so he take her shopping. Okay. Brooke and Alan, they go for a walk and talk, and she kind of shut down, and he's asking her like what's wrong, what's going on, and she don't want to talk about it. And then he says something about you should be irritated with your bullshit family. And she was like, what you say? And he was like, you should be irritated with your bullshit family. So she walks off and gets mad, and that's how it kind of ended for episode 3. But I'm like, girl, you can't say you want to talk to him and all this shit, and then when it's time to talk to him, you shut down. Like, she's the type of person, like, she wants everything for herself, but she don't know how to handle situations. She really don't. For her to be the older sister, she really don't know how to handle certain situations. And I'm like, girl, if you want your man and your family to get along, you need to start putting some effort. You can't shut down like that. It's not gonna work of shutting down. You either get them together and talk to your parents, you need to talk to your man, you need to sit down and talk to your man and your sister, because you just shutting down is not gonna fix anything. Oh, and I got my nerve talking about shutting down because right now I'm just shutting down on everybody. But anyway, that's my review for the Westbrooks season 1. I can see them coming back. Season 1, episode 1, 2, and 3. I will be on track next time. I apologize, but I'm just now really getting into the show like that, and I like it. And I've been going through my own shit, but I will start reviewing it. I really like these girls. I really do. Even India, at first, on the first episode, she kind of rubbed me wrong, but hey, she's growing on me. I like all of them. I can't say I don't. Yeah. Follow me on social media if you're new to watching my channel. Follow me on all social media. By the Ghetto View, THA, not THE. I'm your girl, Miss Nika, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. All right, peace out.